Welcome to the channel. I love making these kinds of videos. There's going to be a link down below in the description box to once again credit IGN for posting this article. It is now set in stone. Borderlands 4 Standard Edition price is set at $70 US. I don't want to have to keep saying the word US the whole goddamn video. So that is what I'm going to use, is just the number. Okay, even though I'm Canadian, like 95% of the people that watch me are all American, and the other 5% are all from India and Australia. Whatever. So, a fan expressed some concerns, hoping that the game wouldn't be $80 for the standard. Pitchford, who works for the company at 2K, said it's going to be $70. And if you're a real fan, you will find a way to make it happen, because in the end, it's an extra $10 US. That's like $350 Canadian more. It's really not that much more. And so I get what he's saying, but it's definitely, no doubt, to play devil's advocate, it's a dick move to respond that way. It helps if I could speak properly. That is not how I would have responded. I would have said, no, it's not $80. It's $70. Look on the bright side. Maybe Borderlands 5, haha, will be $80. However, if you want the deluxe, right, and then you could start joking around. So that's what that is. It's gone up a couple of bucks. Now I put together this little comprehensive point form thing here, and I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm also going by a little bit of memory as well, because that's how fucking old I am. I can remember a lot of this stuff here. So I'm just gonna make sure my bald pumpkin head doesn't quite block that. And you can kind of read along with me if you want. So when people complain about games being expensive, hello, I am the Elon Musk of poverty, okay? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't want to know how much or how much I don't make, rather. And I'm telling you this, gaming today is cheaper than it ever was, for the most part. Don't start, well, in 2007... Bitch, I'm talking as a whole. NES era. So mid to late 80s. Games like the very first Legend of Zelda or the very first Final Fantasy. I remember getting those games on launch day. Oh, God, I'm old. They were $50 and $60 US. So in 2025, adjusted for inflation, that's roughly a whopping 130 to 150. Remember, I don't want to say it. SNES, Super Nintendo, by the way. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Just in case you're wondering. And this is when it wasn't super. So now we're talking about the early to mid 90s. Games like Chrono Trigger, for example, in 95 was $70. That's about 145 bucks today in 2025. Phantasy Star 4 in 94 was a whopping 100 US. I did it. I gotta take a shot. It's a veggie drink. Whatever. Pretend there's alcohol in it. I don't care. That's $200 in today's money in 2025 for Phantasy Star. Okay? Modern AAA games in the 2020s have been respectively around 60 to 70 US-ish dollar. For standard, deluxe has been like 100 to 120. So to recap, in 87, retail games on average, 50 bucks. That'd be 135 today. In 91, it went up to 60 bucks. That'd be still around 135 in 2025. I almost said that. In 95, $70 was the average retail price for a game. That's $140 today in 2025. And then in some rare RPG instances, or in some rare instances, some rare RPGs, back in 95 would be a whopping $100. That's 200 bucks today. So then I wrote this little thing out. A $90 game, for example, today feels pricey, but it's technically still a bargain compared to what you would have paid in the past in real dollars, as opposed to fake dollars. I don't know why I wrote that. Games used to cost the equivalent of anywhere between sometimes $130 to $200 in today's money. And with much limited features for obvious reasons because of technology, no updates, No digital sales, no refunds with like Steam, for example, right? That's a huge, huge thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'll take the price of gaming today, right? But don't get me wrong, when you're used to paying the same amount all the time, like for quite a while, and then all of a sudden it jumps up 10, 15 bucks, well, of course that's going to suck. But when you put it into perspective and you think back at what I don't know what this is, but what I've put together here, it ain't so bad after all. I'm just saying. That's just my take on it. You could still think it's shit, but the numbers don't lie. Plain and simple. Still a dick face for what that guy said. Pitchford is definitely a bit of a fuck face there for saying what he said. I definitely would not have said it that way at all. I wouldn't have said it, period. I would have just said, look, I got some good news for you. It's 70. It's not 80. The deluxe, on the other hand, is 89. You know, you try to make a little bit of a... You make light of the situation. So there you have it. That's all I have to say. Thumbs up as always. If you did like the video, it does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up online. We could see how well that's been going over the last few years compared to like Mr. Asmongold, who gets like 1 million views in less than 24 hours. My ass gets that in like 3 years. Holy shit, collectively combined throughout my whole channel. It's insane. Actually, it's more than that, but still, you get the idea. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half. I'll twist it. Pop it off inside of your, you know, where the sun don't shine. And if you want to subscribe, I mean, naturally, that would be bloody fantastic. But if not, I don't blame you. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.